Hey guys, Spartan here, welcome back to Odin Sphere, leifthrasir. But before we begin, I have a thing to talk about. It's the fact that I know I've been recording these videos in a certain fashion, but I actually have two ways that I could potentially be recording. So right now you can see that the screen, it covers a decent resolution, but it looks a bit blurry. So I could either be recording like this, or I could be recording like this, with the black bars on the right and left side. Now currently the, this fucking cat following me around, goddammit. Yeah, it looks a bit squished because my TV is currently in widescreen mode, but trust me, it will look a lot less squished once, the testing happens and stuff like that. It really makes no difference to me, but I personally think this one looks better. So, in the last video we finished off Oswald, and, yep, that's 4 out of the 5 characters to play as, and we're going to be playing as Velvet now, because of course I've said so many times before. Not like anyone would remember, seeing as like I record these sessions like months and months apart. So let's start, shall we? This is the second last book, by the way, so this project is like almost over. I'd say it's 66% complete. Okay, much more than that, really. We shall find our true fate only in choosing a path that defies destiny. Your moonlit shadows rise to meet you. I hope I'm loud enough. I needed to mess with some more settings with this.
Cornelius. He squeezed my hand so tightly.
Oh, it's Furry Boy before he became a furry.
I cannot help but keep you close.
Reminder, he looked like
But
this.
soon I must depart. My father awaits. Can you meet me here again?
I shall be waiting.
Your promise gives me strength. 'Tis but a temporary separation.
Now, Velvet's story is interesting because it patches together a bunch of holes in all the other plot lines, like, why did this happen? Why did this happen? It's because of Velvet's story.
Ingwe! How dare you? How long have you been there?
Must I turn him into a frog to make you give him up? Wake up, Velvet. He is a prince. We are but vagabonds. Your love amounts to nothing.
You need not be jealous, Ingwe. King Valentine's blood runs through you both. You are the last living heirs. You shall restore the throne.
Silence. Skaldi, go tell Urza that I shall be successful in my plans.
Aye.
A king, eh? So they want us bastards conceived in treachery, linked to our grandfather's bloody throne? I think not.
Please don't talk about our mother that way.
Velvet, it would seem you have forgotten about the curse she set on us.
I have not forgotten.
No, you have. Now, read this once again. Read the prophecy our mother wrote. 'Tis written clearly. An unavoidable curse and death shall be unleashed upon us both. Our mother, who could see the future, wished death upon us.
That's not how prophesizing works.
We abandoned our mother first. 'Twas inevitable she would curse us.
Had we not abandoned her, that crazed king would have executed us as well. I would have preferred that. At least we would not have to suffer under a curse cast by our own mother.
That doesn't mean that the curse she has predicted will come true.
Oh, can you see the future now, like Mother in Hindle? I'm sorry, Velvet. I spoke too strongly. Let us go. Hold on to this.
Oh, my PS3 suddenly went quiet. Don't know why. Whatever.
My dear children, eventually an inevitable curse. Curse and death shall be thrown upon the two of you. Mother,
So when you see the future, you know, you cannot choose what, you know, is true. So why the hell? Eventually, an inevitable curse and death shall be thrown upon the two of you. The cauldron guides the way to Armageddon with its final stone. That is a plot point, and I will be taking note of that. Well, I won't be, because I already know, but you should. A lot of important stuff happens in this thing. And now we get to play as Velvet, who is... I forget if she has more HP or less HP than anyone else. I wasn't really taking note. I know she's not as fragile as Mercedes is. She kind of plays very wonkily, except the thing is she plays exactly the same as she did in the original. I have completely forgotten how to play Odin Sphere. So, I'm just going to be mashing my way through this first combat here while I explain the changes that occurred to Velvet. Velvet originally was terrible. She was the worst character to play as, even worse than Mercedes. Let me just close this. I know how to open chests, Jesus. So, originally, she had a weird attack where, of course, back in the original, only two characters had block, and those were Gwendolyn and Cornelius. Her whole square was to charge up her chain, which is her weapon, and it just launches it an incredibly long way at, like, a seeking attack, except it took up 50% of your power gauge, and it was terrible and slow and whatever. She has a triple jump. She can do this 3 times. She can only do this once in the original. It does grant her invincibility frames, though. So that is something you should take note of. L1 was backstep, wasn't it? Also, yes, she is wearing very little for some reason. I guess she doesn't really need to be wearing a lot. In before mountain segment like we are now.
Why hath my slumber been disturbed?
You possess the gift of foresight. I seek an answer from you.
Unfortunately, I cannot assist you. When I speak, fairies and humans misinterpret my words and lose their perspectives. I have stopped gazing into the future.
I am of King Valentine's bloodline. I had heard that you were close to the royal family.
Sheep are close to humans as food, not friends. So too are dragons. We have never been friends of man. I see. So you are Velvet. I have had visions of your arrival.
I thought you stopped gazing into the
guess
future.
This is the time.
If you knew I was coming, then you know why I am here.
As your mother said, a curse and death surround your own demise. 'Tis nothing to fear. No life can escape death. When life ends, a world is sealed.
If you know my fate, you know that it is pointless to discuss my death.
Yes, that is correct.
Please tell me what the future holds.
Everything hath already been written in the prophecies. I have nothing more to add. The path to take will be indicated by your mentor.
My mentor?
Death cannot be avoided, but fate can be redirected.
Are you suggesting destiny can be changed?
I exist for guidance. Though I be not rewarded, I must serve my purpose. Until, as the prophecy states, the Shadow Knight from the Fairy Kingdom takes my life.
Oh.
Deny fate if you wish. That is your duty in your demise. You shall visit here once more. At that time, my friend shall attend to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess who that is.
Now, please go. My own end draws near.
So this prologue takes place before every other prologue, by the way.
Allowed time for a prayer. Please do not interfere with my slumber.
There's actually a timeline, you can check all these. I believe I showed it off many episodes ago. Also, yeah, you can see the last time I recorded this, the 2nd of February. So that's like 4 months ago. Real shame. 2nd of the 2nd, the 9th of the 6th. Yep. Of course, this takes no time. I'll probably just do this one chapter. In addition, and yes, we do start in Puka Village. Unfortunately, what's the inventory button again? It was L2, R2, or was it just start in this game? Yeah, it was start. I have no coins to spend in these shops here, sadly. So this guy is plot relevant. Oh wait, I forgot he isn't plot relevant now, so I'll just cut that out. This is the same rabbit that spoke to Cornelius in his chapter. What was her name again? Meryl? Probably. I have no cash, can't spend nothing, can't do nothing. By the way, I wouldn't buy anything anyway, so we're gonna start off at the fucking Netherworld, just like Cornelius did. Sadly. Actually, you know what? Not sadly. It's one of the best places to get out of the way early on before it becomes annoying late game.
As we have discussed before, there are several prophecies about this land. All of them refer to the end of the world, caused by 5 disasters: a monster, a fire, a king of death, a cauldron, and a dragon. The prophecies about our own nation were similar.
Ingwe and I were taught about these prophecies when we were younger.
Princess Velvet, do not have an answer regarding how to save the 2 of you.
Master Croy,
Any instructor would be vague. They would guard their words to comfort their pupil.
Skaldi,
Is this an acquaintance of yours?
Before the first Valentine ever came to this land, the prophecies regarding this area were already ancient. They are more accurate than the tales coming from less enlightened nations.
How dare you insinuate that my country's wisdom is fallacious?
King Galen of my country, Titania, listed these prophecies in an epic poem. The truth behind the catastrophe can be found in these verses.
and where are these poems? I would like to see them.
The Psalms have been scattered and are lost. One section has been passed by word of mouth, however, it is quite vague.
If you know not the words, 'tis best to admit that you do not know them. All wise men respect honesty.
They
If
shouldn't
you
respect
continue
themselves.
Folly, you will never find the answer you seek.
You do not seek a debate. All you want is a fight. Oh, I feel dizzy.
Be careful. Anger is likely to disrupt the amount of blood reaching one's brain.
Then I salute your extensive knowledge. I bid you farewell.
Master! That wasn't nice, Skaldi.
You don't
I
say.
spoke only the truth. 'Tis fact that the Psalms foretell events to come.
Is there any way to read the whole scripture?
Only King Galen knows the entire poem. But Galen is held prisoner in the Netherworld.
You once said you are able to go to the Netherworld.
Yes, indeed, I can.
I'd like to know the truth. If the epic poems tell of destruction,
I shall take you there and hand them to you. But please do not forget, if you seek fish, you must first bait the hook.
what is it you want?
Oh, the request of one as old as I is but a trifle. I ask for a single book. If I can borrow the Book of Transformation.
That is a book of magic scribed by my grandfather. 'Tis my kingdom's treasure. It is not mine to give.
I only ask to borrow it for a short time.
I see.
Well, let us go before we change our minds.
You can tell where this is going. Except not really. So, as they stated, there are 5 catastrophes that cause the end of the world. 2 of them we pretty much already know. Hang on, let me just reposition myself in my seat. I'm in a very bad spot. 1 is a cauldron, and 1 is a dragon. We know the dragon is Leventhan. Or is it? Because it was, you know, just a tiny baby, gay baby jail. And the other, the cauldron, of course, because it's the fucking cauldron. What else would it be? So, Velvet is actually quite good in aerial combat. She's like the only one who's good in aerial combat. What's her first ability? I forget, you have to... I'm not used to the things yet. I need to get back to playing this game. 4 months away from this game will do that to you. I think that's the second biggest gap I've had in recording sessions of this. Dancing chain. Alright. Release a chain that chases foes. I think this is the hold square ability from the first game. Yes, it is. It's the exact same thing. I would have preferred it if they, you know, kept that out of the game because I just don't like it. It was, like, terrible. I don't want to eat fruit to level up right now. I'd rather use it later. And my volume is too low for me to hear the squeaking in the ground, and my eyes have not adjusted to the game yet. It's hard to see them anyway. I usually set my volume low because I'm not wearing headphones, so it doesn't echo through my microphone and give double up volume. I don't know if that even helps anyway. Ah yes, the swamp of doom and gloom. Luckily I can just fly over it. Alright, so let's see. How much damage does this actually deal? I remember back in the original it dealt piss poor damage. I guess that isn't bad damage for level 1. But obviously you cannot really combo into it, so you'd lose a lot of value there. Like a Beak Dive Pad and the freaking Needle Storm or Vile Rush. I believe this thing can go backwards sometimes. It's very finicky though. It's kind of what happens when you try auto-tracking abilities. And, goddammit. This game needs Dark Souls invincibility frames. Where you get like a bunch of them. Hey, first crit. Congratulations. I'll eat that fruit now. Oh yeah, I forgot this glitch when you open your inventory right when you complete a stage. Odd. Antidote, we're gonna need these shine potions. Oh boy, rest site, let's go talk to Mori. Okay, it's obviously not, as he's not available yet. Also, this is the first time I've ever been able to not grow all my seeds when I have Phozons. I know. It's not hold circle. Actually, it is. Didn't I have it set to something else? Oh no, it was circle because Oswald's thing. I should probably change it back to R1 and square. Hang on, I'll do that right now. There we go, that should do it. And since I leveled up once, I need to get the first ability, which is of course Fast Run. Oh wait, what? Oh no, it's not. It's increased dash attack damage by 50%. Oh yeah, I forget you can do dash attacks in this game. Oh yeah, that was it. It's not terrible, if I remember correctly. Do you have anything worth selling?
I have poison if you want.
Yes, poison. I need poison. Area map? No, no, no. Nothing of worth. I have no equipment. I have no money. I have nothing. Oh yeah, this section where you need to drink an antidote here in order to go through the toxic gas. Don't like toxic gas. It's rough and coarse and irritating. It gets everywhere. You know what? Can I go one, like, fucking session without making the fucking sand joke? Probably not. I wish this antidote lasted longer. I mean, it does last longer on higher levels, but I want all of these coins. I don't know if the invincibility frames work with poison gas. So yeah, Velvet is rather slow on the ground, and why would you ever want to be on the ground with her, as the only reason to do that is to see her boobs jiggle, and if you do that, then you're probably playing the wrong game for it. Oh yeah, her ground attack as well also sucks. I completely forgot about that too. I forgot about all the reasons why I hated Velvet. There are many. One thing that Velvet does have is I said her aerial combat is really good. I can't really demonstrate that now because I have nothing to juggle, but her aerial attack does have a lot of potential in dealing massive damage, especially against her final boss. I won't spoil who it is, but it's generally really good there. You can deal a lot of damage. Also, this is interesting here. These tentacles in the background are not actually enemies, despite the fact that, you know, they are enemies. This is good use of taking an enemy from the game and using it as a background asset. I give props to the Odin Sphere team, aka Vanillaware or whoever it is. Atlas? No, Atlas was the publisher. I have all these bones and I have nothing to use them on. Insert boner joke here. Well, considering the fact that Velvet's wearing pretty much nothing, mid-boss stage, and it's the Poltergeist. This name is just terrible. I know it's a rip of Poltergeist, but wow, nice homing chain there. Let's just see that again. Just making a big W. Hang on, let me do the aerial combo. No, I think Poltergeist is too garbage. It was faster in the original. How much damage did that actually deal? Not that much. It's a real shame. I don't want to use potions on the first bloody boss of the game. So yeah, her juggle ability's final attack kind of lets her gain height, which is strange, but it works. Let's block this, whatever it is. Nope, I was too low. I hope you can't hear me mashing. I know you could hear me mashing square in the original, like in the earlier ones with my old controller because my, you know, that sort of thing happens. The thing is that this controller is louder than the last one, so it's probably even worse. What the hell am I homing onto at the end there? Also, yes, you are vulnerable when this happens. So don't use that ability much if you plan on playing this game. Which, I don't know. Most people just play this for the story. Which is an interesting thing. One of the very few games that, you know, I would play for the story. Screw it. How much? This doesn't deal that terrible damage against this guy. And it costs only 40 power. Charges fast enough. God damn it, got tentacles. Well, there is a lot of Rule 34 of her on the internet. And just use this to kill. Nice. Let's see, how many bones do we have? We have like 8 or so. Let's mix a bone to make a juggler potion. And let's drop a bunch of these bones so I can like juggle them into something actually useful. Probably just gonna turn into mulberry seeds, but what are you gonna do? I got an ancient crystal, really. Well, it does give 7 defense, so getting that early in the game is pretty nice. What else did I grab again? I think I got a mulberry, a healing potion, just another bone back. Yeah, reminder you can juggle into the same thing that it was before. Battle stage. Fight! My god, my damage is so low against level 2 enemies. RPG problems. Oh wait, I'm level 3? Huh. Oh yeah, I guess I leveled up once and then, the stupid... I leveled up from killing the boss. Also, her up attack is kind of okay because it allows her to juggle enemies into her aerial. So, yep. I believe she has some good abilities, but her main combat is just boring as shit. Of course, we get her, like, the most boring character after, like, the best character, which is Oswald. Not these stupid geists. Oh, what? I forgot they could... I didn't know they could actually attack. I think this is something that's new to leifthrasir. I wouldn't know because it hasn't appeared yet, it seems. Well, that's the first time I've seen her aerial block, like, ever. God damn it. Why? Enough with the homing. Any healing. Don't like teleporting enemies. I stand by the decision that teleporting enemies are one of the worst designs in video games of all time. Okay, you can just fuck off then, I guess. I'll just heal up. Come on. Interesting that the game doesn't tell you that you can do that, you know. The absorb makes them tangible. It says so in the original, but not this one. Thought this one was more noob-friendly. Well, the original one wasn't noob-friendly, it was fucking hard. It at least told you some things. It didn't tell you how to do basic multiplication and basically cheese the alchemy system with fucking immediate infinite phosons. Okay, true, you need to unlock an 8-tick recipe. But basically, once you did, you had enough phosons to last you for like 15 million years. There should be enough mulberries to last me until, book 5. I mean, this is book 5, so book 6. You have absolutely nothing I want. Okay, let's go into this zone over here, where I can get some treasure. Oh, right, I should probably check the, thing that tells me where the next item is. Netherworld, Land of the Dead, area completion reward. Underground cave, candle holder who collects keys. Yep, that's one of the ones I missed originally, because I didn't read. I believe I took a break after playing Oswald the first time around. Probably because I was dreading playing Velvet's story. Because no one wants to. Oh yeah, I should probably be talking now. Do I need to include all of the combat stages? Most likely. I mean, it at least shows off like how strong I'm getting now. Like I'm doing 25 and 35 with the ability at the end there. Not the ability, the combo finisher. How long is the range of this? Forget. Come on, I wish I had beat down. It's not that long range. It is not as long as it was in the original. The original. God, that thing had some range. Get out of the fucking swamp. What are you doing in my swamp? That's it, I'm adding this guy to my cringe compilation. Could you stop fucking shooting mucus and get over here? Oh yeah, another thing I forgot to mention is that she is like Oswald, as she has 2 different finishes. One if you're facing, like, this is your one if you're holding forwards, and this is the one if you're not holding a direction. Honestly, the one that you're not holding a direction is almost always better, unless all the enemies are only on one side. Which this is Odin's sphere, so don't expect that to happen a lot. Get out of here. Or get over here. Either one. Works for me! So the boss is down the hall to the left. So we are not going to go there, we are going to collect everything, because we are close to getting the stuff, you know, we're close to completing Mori's Dictionary of Delicacies or whatever. And yes, that is required for getting 100%, as it both, I mean, of course it counts as a completion mark. It also grants you an item. The item itself is not really that good, if I remember correctly. I never used it. Then again, I always use Vampiric Ring pluses, because yes, it is a piece of equipment. It's okay, but it's no Trogzor. I wish I could dash past this guy. Yeah, just stag you out of this phase. Let's use a potion. I have enough of those. Yeah, stun this bitch. Mashing intensified. I wish stunned enemies took more damage, but then again I don't wish stunned players took more damage. You just go too far with this ability. I mean, granted you dash through enemies, but it's not needed. I keep mashing out those dodge rolls too quickly. I need to maximize my frames. Someone's knocking on the neighbor's door very loudly. I do not care though. And we get an extra Phosons potion. Let's just use that now. We might as well. I mean, when else am I going to use this? Let's gain some experience. 9. Alright. I don't have any abilities I really want to upgrade, per se. I guess I'll just upgrade my weapon for now. Oh, my voice is... it's already fading. I think it's because I woke up at a bad time. You know what? I'll do a double upgrade. Fuck it. What could possibly go wrong with doing this? I mean, it just affects everything. And abilities. What abilities do I have? Heavy Stroke. Giggity. Become more likely to knock back foes with your next attack after a successful guard. Garbage. Increase HP recovery by 20%, fine. It's the increased charge. Rome is fine. Power supply is fine. Heat gain. Apply burn effect to attacks. When HP is 30% or lower, that's okay. Increase damage dealt with normal attacks by up to 20% as you keep distance from foes. That's just garbage because you need to be close. Coin healing. Slightly recover HP upon collecting a coin. This is garbage. Chemical boost. Increase damage dealt from magic potions by 10%. This is actually really useful, but it's not really that... I mean, you need to get these two abilities before you get that ability, and that's, 5 points to get a one that costs 4 points. Backstab. Self-explanatory. Slightly recover PP when you guard enemy projectiles. Only projectiles, mind you, so it's pretty garbage. Resistance. Yep. Reinforce. Yep. Charm. Not needed. Wisdom. Not needed. She just generally has many not necessary items. I'll of course get recovery up because it's a good base skill. I mean, who wouldn't want an extra 20% healing? From all sources. Okay, so here is the place. This is the guy. And he's all that's here. And also, that is the only death animation for those guys ever. I get the sun key. Sun key, that's reminds me of a... You know what, I'm pretty sure I've made this joke before, so I'll just stop saying it. My humor is very one note. I guess you could say it's all me. Okay, that was just terrible. Even by my standards. Let's use the sun key, of course, because we need to. What else are we gonna fit in here? The freaking holy hand grenade? Unavailable. Just like me. Frozen Prism, of course. That's a bit of a delayed reaction there by me, but I don't care. And we get Flare Shot. What does this do again? I believe this is a bullet. Oh no, this is an ability that's actually pretty good. IIRC. And... You know what, I'll use it on the boss. Something I'd like to make a note of is the fact that this, chronologically, there was a huge jump between the prologue and now. So, fucking crows outside. So, yep. Probably should have tested that ability before breaking those crystals. So, yep, this is much further in the future than you would think. There's nothing over here. So, this cutscene will make a lot more sense than, if you have context to it. You know what? Let me heal up before the fight. Why not? Yes, I want to challenge this powerful level 3 foe.
Why did you not assist me? Disappearing like that.
As you promised, I did borrow the book in question, but it was missing the section regarding the curse of the Puka. As it stands, I cannot help your current situation.
The pages were removed. Ingwe must have interfered.
There is not much time. If the Queen catches us, she will not allow us to leave. The King's prison cell should be nearby.
Yeah, like 5 feet ahead.
I smell warm blood. Do I sense live humans?
Oh, King of Titania, it is I.
Begone, you demons. I have already declined your request.
Great King, although you do not wish it, we will one day release you. But our business today is different.
We come here to ask you, scribe of Arian's greatest epic, about the world's end.
The scent of the blood coursing through your veins, I remember it.
I am Princess Velvet, of Valentine.
His grandchild.
Please tell me of the prophecies that are based on the Psalms.
What do you hope to gain?
I wish to oppose destiny and escape a curse that would cause my death.
Halia will hear us.
This is all that is left in my head and in my hands. Seek out the rest. I shall dream about you saving the world. Ah, the corpse that calls itself royalty. She has come to torture us.
Silence, Scan. I do not recall allowing visitors into the prison.
Queen Odette of the Netherworld.
You say you are from Valentine. The memory of that name makes me furious. That criminal you all call king. He stole my eye and crawled out onto the earth.
What? My grandfather?
Your rudeness continues. Tearing you limb from limb is not punishment enough.
So, why she was there? Oh, hang on. Let me just read these things out. The land sinks into the cauldron's fire. Through blades and arrows are unleashed... Oh, though. Not through. Jesus, I had to read. Though blades and arrows are unleashed, the flooding fire cannot be stopped. It can only be chained. A fiery, six-eyed beast speeds. The guiding hand of salvation. I can't read this font very well. I know it's normal font, but... Jeez. The one who removes the torment is mine own son. The Lord of the Netherworld emerges in a triumphant march of death. One that threatens the darkness is the shadow of the lost master. The looming blaze cometh, burning down the forests. The flood of fire that man cannot withstand is halted by the world tree and vanishes. The Lord of Snakes consumes all left behind, born in chaos and fire, sleep in mother's arms. Life disappears from the land, all comes to an end. Spoilers, except it actually just tells you about the 6th book, pretty much before it happens. So why she is here? If you would have noticed at the end of Mercedes' fight with Odette back in book 3, is the fact that Odette didn't really lose, more she was called away because King Galen was making, a big, noise. And that was why. Get more chains, tie him down. And then she came herself and found Velvet. So that explains a plot point of another book. Forget you can't juggle her, she's fucking massive. Look at the size of this lad. Absolute unit. Okay, I'm just waiting for her to respawn. There's no point to even bother rushing. Okay, let's blaze you. I'm gonna push her back into the fire. Into the fire, wow! No, get back over here. Also, you can dash through enemies with that, which is useful. Most of the time. Are you just not going to attack? You stunned from the fire? Wow, you kind of suck, Odette. I mean, I have an ancient crystal in my inventory that I can use as well if I need be. And to attempt to dodge this attack, but I don't remember the timing. Wow, it's a lot of damage, and she's not really attacking me. Miraculously dodged that by mashing so fast that it counts as holding square. That's, truthfully, that's where most of my blocks come from. I don't actively try to block. It's just that I mash so quickly it counts as holding a lot of the time. The game is, generous in that regard. Let's use these shine potions, because what else am I going to use them on? At least they reveal the stupid spirits here. Wow, I'm getting a lot of crits here. Kritzkrieg! That was really easy. I got her bone.
Completely surrounded.
We?
You stupid girl. We cannot run after angering the queen. That's...
Saved by the bell.
In this realm of death, I mistook you for my beloved, your mother, my dearest daughter, Velvet.
Odin. This man drove my mother mad.
Creatures born of fragmented souls. I shall pound you into your graves if you do not leave us.
Criminal Odin, you will never be forgiven.
You have been warned, you fools.
It's you again, Odin.
Tis I, you queen of rotting cadavers. I shall decline from kissing your hand, but I shall restrain myself while in your court.
After stealing my jewels, how does a thief call himself restrained?
The crystals of the netherworld are quite useful. 'Tis a waste to leave them. Casting off darkness and shining through, you cannot defeat me. It will be my own hand that finally nails your casket shut.
Do not think you will die peacefully.
Let's go, Velvet.
Don't come near me. Something must be wrong. If you have come to save me.
The Hully are growing impatient. But they do not tremble nor shy away. Let me take you to the Netherworld's exit.
So that girl is Odin's daughter. I must escape quickly, too.
We already knew this, however. We knew this in the first story. You can't spoil us, we've already been spoiled. Also, is Cypher up the top left cut off by the screen itself? Generate a pillar of flame in front. If I remember correctly, this is garbage. Oh, and I forgot to use this ability. Well, looks like we're not going to learn what it does for now. Because, you know, good Let's Player showing off the skills completely. How long was this recording going on for? I last saved 28:50. I'm guessing half an hour or something. Should say 28:20. No, 29:20. Close enough. I can fit this in one episode. Which is how I planned to do it in the first place. So, yeah, that'll be the end of episode... I forget what number this is. It's like episode 1 of Velvet, but each one, like each character's thing is like 16 episodes long or something. I'll see you guys in the next video regardless. Goodbye.